Hello, my impatients. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. I am live and I'm ready to perform for all of you. I hope you will join and start engaging with me. All right. Here we go. So it's about 6 p.m. Did I say good morning? It's actually good evening. After 5 p.m. is good evening. So good evening, my impatience. Good evening. So I'm going to share with you the artwork I created. I'm going to start off by sharing with you the artwork. The first one, I say, someday I'll be a pro hockey player. Now, obviously, someday, if you practice hard enough, you can be an excellent and talented hockey player. This is obviously a metaphor for performance. The more you practice something, the better you'll get. And someday I'll be playing for Team New York, Long Island, New York, in hockey. The next one, segueing right into this, I'm doing a stand-up comedy SNL audition. I have the microphone, and I'm doing stand-up comedy to Simon Cowell, who's my auditioner, I guess. And Simon Cowell says, "It's terrible. You suck. You'll never be on Saturday Night Live. I'm a failed comedian, and it's back to my fantasy land." Somebody says the hands in this picture are kind of bad. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, what are you going to do? And last but not least, or maybe this is least because it's I said I should be rich and famous. I'm better than all the pop stars, movie stars, and entertainers. Crown me king. And Dr. Natural says these performers worked hard in the real world, not in an internet fantasy land. I say I just don't care. I'm screaming and shouting on social media. I'm attention grabbing. I should have success. Make me famous. And Dr. Natural says social media is not your ticket to riches and fame. It's your ticket to pouring your life down the drain. Okay. Taylor says, Simon Cowell does not control Saturday Night Live. I know. He does American Idol, and he does America's Got Talent. I don't know why he was the auditioner that I was thinking of. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I guess you're right, Taylor. Dead Cops says, instead of making drawings, why not try journaling? You're already doing that with your art. Rusty says, I got the intense eyes. I got the intense eyes. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you. He says, you should try adding peanuts to all your drawings. Somebody asked me, how did my appointment go yesterday? Actually, I got there, and the doctor was having a sick day, I think. But it turned out he was... So I'm going to see him Saturday, basically. I'm going to see him Saturday. Long story, but long story short, I'm seeing him Saturday. La 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 la. Rusty saying peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. Oh, interestingly enough, I got NAMI bowling on Sunday, and it's 11 to 1, and my psychopharmacology appointment is through Zoom at 2 p.m. Do you think I could make it home? Yeah, I guess an hour is enough time to make it home. You know, I've waited for the psychopharmacologist for so many times. He can wait for me. I'm going to go NAMI bowling. Yeah, I think that works. All right. How are your days, guys? How are your days, guys? I really have. How did your days? How did your days, guys, go, guys? How did your day go, guys? There we go. Crazy Carol says NAMI bowling is less nefarious. Charles says, "What's up, man?" So he says, "This is beautiful outside." Yeah, it certainly is. Should I pour myself a glass of cold brew? I'm kind of getting tired. I know they say, Andrew, it's like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Stop having cold brew. Should I get myself a nice glass of cold brew? What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Rossi says, get a beer. Rossi says, get a beer, Andrew. I was actually thinking about it, but I passed up on it. I got a Gatorade instead. I was actually thinking about getting a beer tonight. Rossi says, be a man and get a beer. Be a man and get a beer. Dead Cops says, smoke a cigarette too. I got cold brew in my fridge. If I was to get a beer, I'd have to go to the supermarket. Should I pour myself a glass of cold brew, or would you guys pass? What do you think? Dead Cop says, you'd look badass with cigarettes. I guess so. Russ says, get a beer. Beer. I'm gonna make myself a glass of tea. Actually, that's probably the smartest thing. Let's be a sissy and make myself a glass of tea. I'm gonna make myself a glass of tea here. Would you like a cup of tea, Andy? Would you like a cup of tea, Andy? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would like a cup of tea. Crazy Carol says, not slandering Dale would be badass. All right, I'll stop talking negatively about my parents. So I had a pretty good day at the art class today. Saw some friends, did some things. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? He says, hello, Andrew. Great to see you. He says he's simply named Chris, even though I think he's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Or maybe Prince Hamilton could be Will Smith. I don't know. Maybe it's not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Maybe it's Will Smith. I know I have got a lot of theories for who Christopher is. I think Giant Bicklighter is my cousin. He says he's simply some guy named Chris from. I'm not going to say where you're from, but he's some guy named Chris. Taylor Time. I think Taylor Time is Taylor Swift. Rusty. Who is Rusty? I think you're somebody I went to high school with. Who is Dead Cops? I don't really know who Dead Cops is. Crazy Carol, my cousin. I think it's my cousin, Crazy Carol. So these are my theories as to who you guys are. My cousin Carol. All right. So let me pour myself a glass of tea here. iBoss. Who is iBoss? I think iBoss could be Owen Hart's son if it's the same iBoss from 2017, 2018. But I think this is a different iBoss. So I think iBoss is Owen Hart's son, to be honest with you. iBoss says, only you and I know, Andrew. Only you and I know who iBoss is. Somebody says, Andrew looks like a model. Thank you, Christopher. I'm not even dressed nice. I'm dressed like a slob. These are my gym clothes. So I appreciate you liking the way I'm looking, even though I'm not dressed that nicely. Specimen Andy says, we all know now. What do we all know? Well, I know the iBoss from 2017, 2018 was from England. And, you know. Huh? Says Andrew clearly doesn't get it yet. What don't I get? The hidden realities. I don't understand. What are you saying, Crazy Carol? What are you saying? Daniel Berry says, what's going on? I don't understand. What are the hidden realities? My tea is seeping into the water. How bad are the hidden realities on a scale from 1 to 10? Christopher says he loves tea. He loves tea. Yeah, I should probably switch to tea instead of coffee. Crazy Carol says the hidden realities are Dale hangs out with the Foo Fighters. I don't think so. He's always home with my mother. But maybe when I think he's going to work, maybe he's going to hang out with the Foo Fighters all day. Taylor says David Grohl would never. So he says your cousin is hanging with Marilyn Manson in Sweden. Instead of going to work at Cablevision, my stepfather was going to live a life of luxury with the Foo Fighters. We got Erie in the house. Who is Erie? Well, I suspect Erie is an attractive Asian woman I went to college with. Is that true, Erie? So he says, duh. She says, well, sort of, kinda. So he says, quite. Prince Hamilton says, I'm simply Chris. Remember that. So he says, how come you think everyone in your life stays observing you? I don't know. Maybe these are all strangers, random strangers. Ooh. Erie says she's sipping a green Gannick. Is that who you are? Were you in a marketing class of mine, Erie? I mean, were you in a marketing class of mine many years ago? I have a feeling you might have been. La 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 la. Crazy Carol says, all the girls who ever rejected you are here right now watching this, and guess what? They actually think you're pretty cool, Andrew. They actually think you're pretty cool. Thank you, Crazy Carol. Thank you. Except for Erie. Erie still mocks me mercilessly. But I think she secretly likes me. Erie says, I've been battling Deborah all day. I'm too tired for this. Christopher says, they think he's pretty cool and handsome as hell. Thank you, Christopher. Christopher, am I related to you, or are you exactly who you told me you are? So I got my eyes on Christopher's account especially. I'm very suspicious of Christopher because I know Christopher has money. I know he's from. I know he's. I'm not going to say where you're from, and I know. So I'm suspicious of Christopher. I mean, in a good way, though. In a good way, like you're an undercover boss, so to speak. Like you're an undercover boss from like Hollywood or something like that. So he says, "Give us the money, Christopher. Sign me to the big budget Hollywood contract." Christopher says, "That's exactly what I am." Ha ha. So he says, Andrew's so handsome and talented, yet they're holding back from the life promised to you. Have you ever heard of that happening before? I'm not sure what the reason would be, unless they're waiting for me to get stable. I'm not sure why they'd be holding back a Hollywood contract. What major motion picture company? Somebody says some schizophrenics get followed by CIA agents, others get followed by Hollywood casting agents. Prince Hamilton says Andrew can be a successful Hollywood actor. All right. Well, I guess getting followed. I mean, even though I guess getting followed by Hollywood and thinking Hollywood wants to hire you is better than getting followed by the CIA. One's a little bit more positive. Somebody asks, how tall am I? Like 5'8", 5'9". Somebody says, my favorite schizophrenic hit a CIA agent with his car in 1999. What does that mean, Rusty? I don't get that reference. I don't get that reference, but I'm sure it's somebody nefarious. This is some good tea. This is some good tea. Erie says, rest in peace. Who died? Who hit it? Who hit a CIA agent with his car and died? Oh. Somebody says, Colonel Sanders, God's chosen programmer. Okay. All right, guys. I know Rusty likes this, or at least he did. I don't know if the washing machine entrance has jumped the shark yet, but we're gonna give it a try today here. I know this is Rusty. This was Rusty's favorite part of the day, but lately, Giant Big Letter saying peace. Why are you leaving, Giant Big Letter? He hates the washing machine entrance. There was Erie says we all saw spicy content on your no spicy content isn't up on my computer screen. What are you talking about? I'm looking around. I don't think spicy content is up on my computer screen. Taylor says I saw it. What are you talking about? There was spicy content on my computer screen. Put in the wash and the dryer. Put in the wash. Put in the wash. Coming to the live stream at this time, standing 6'6" tall, weighing 273 pounds. Sel Waters, wee wah, wee wah, wee wah, wee wah. You are going down. Ah. So he says, when are you and Rusty going to do another podcast? I think we're planning on doing a podcast with Lily and Pete soon. I'd be willing to just hop on Discord right now and do a podcast with Rusty, but it's really up to when they're all available. I'm willing to do it anytime. Pizza pasta. Are you on Discord, Christopher? I mean, I could give you the Discord link. 6661. He is okay. I can give you the Discord link. Hold on one sec. 666 wonders, have I ever cooked a steak by myself? Yes. Well, I cooked the steak with a girlfriend in 2015, 2016. And that's like the only time I cooked a steak. Back in 2015, 2016 with an ex-girlfriend. So he says, wow, you cooked one steak in your life, Andrew. Was it good? I guess it was good since I cooked it, right? It was all right. We got it from, where did we get it from? Stu Leonard's. So he says, you can remember the last time you cooked? It was like the one and only time I cooked a steak, and I was with a woman. So he says, when I say I don't really remember what happened on the cruise ship 20 to 25 years ago, I'm not even. I'm being honest with you. Erie says, good point. So so it's a trauma response, I guess. Who the hell knows? I don't know, guys. I don't know. So he says, that's convenient. It's convenient, but also true. So. What do I remember from the cruise ship? I remember these calzones. These calzones. So he says, I saw one of your old artworks that you drew of your dad as a golden retriever, and you said lick lick. Do you remember that one? Yes, I do. Why do you ask, Dead Cops? Let's see if I can find that artwork. So he says, why did you draw your dad as a dog? My dad. Yeah, here we go. I found it. Is this the one you're referring to? My dad is the dog. I guess it means I guess it means what I think my dad is really the dogson. The the dogson was a golden retriever. Somebody says, "Oh, another one." Let's see if I can find my dad as a dog. This is the other one I did, which is another rendition of that. My dad is the dog. Woof woof. No, if you remove my dad, it turns out what my dad really is the golden retriever. Mark says you sinned with you. The dog sin was with the golden retriever. I guess so, Mark. I guess so. Then you made your dad a golden retriever. What? Mark, we got Mark in the house. How ought thou, Mark? Christopher asks, why is Mark's profile Andrew? I don't know. I guess Mark is just somebody who's obsessed with me. Probably a woman or a guy who's into me. So he says, Mark is just a big fan. Yeah, Mark is probably just somebody who's into me. Whoever it may be, whether it's a man or a woman. Christopher, we got Mark in the house. We got Mark in the house. Mark says he's the maintenance guy. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Dun, 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 dun. 17 inpatients. That's a big number. We got Branded. Hey, buddy, how goes it? It's going well. Somebody says, I would say drawing your dad as the golden retriever is a symbol of wanting power and independence from Poppy. Just a guess. I mean, that's really true. I definitely want power and independence from my parents. All right, guys. If you don't get a little nicer to me, we're gonna change. We're gonna end this live stream. You know, Erie asks, do you think the dog sin caused the switch? The switch where they switched me with, I don't know. So he says, dogs are very strange these days. Specimen Andy says, be nice to Andrew. My Poppy drew me as a dog. Is the dog. So here is my dad's drawing. I drew Andrew is the dog. Our family loves to barbecue. Woof woof, lick lick, sniff sniff. This is my dad's drawing. Somebody says, "Wow, your dad is talented." Somebody says it's Snoopy. I think I did my mom as the dog too. Let's see if I did my mom is. Yeah, I did my mom as the dog too. Here we go. It's very similar to my father being the dog. My mom is the dog. Jesus, your mom's the golden retriever too? We're all a bunch of dogs. Lick lick, woof woof. That looks like your mom. Hey, thanks, Christopher. Christopher says Andrew is a talented artist, among other things. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. Stephanie says, I like your Bumblebee shirt. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Stephanie. Mark says, do you wish you could dominate your parents in the way they've dominated you your entire life? Well, to be honest with you, I want independence from my parents. If they hadn't, I mean, I want independence and freedom and a girlfriend. I don't want to just like sit and bully my parents all fucking day. What type of life is that, you know? Yeah, now I get power over my mother and stepfather and I just bully them all day. It's like, no, I want a girlfriend that's cute and petite and sexy. And I want a romantic relationship, you know? I don't want to just sit and fucking bully my mother and stepfather all day long. Like, what type of life is that? The power is reversed and I just bully my mother and stepfather? Taylor says, that's what you do. Erie says, that's what you do. That's your life. I want a sexy girlfriend, you know? Christopher says, Andrew's coming to visit me one day and he'll like the lifestyle here. Stephanie, I don't bully my parents. They bully me. I'm the passive one. They have the power and control. Some people say I bully them, but that's not true. Erie says, all the time, all the time. Are any of you from New York? Do any of you want to hang out with me and do something? Are any of you from New York? Mark asks, how's the dominatrix hunt going, Andrew? Nothing's going on with the dominatrixes. It's all quiet on the dominatrix front. So he says, just find an African American woman. They do it all. That's a good idea, Mark. That's a good idea. Brandon says he's actually from New York. Are you a lady? I don't really know much about Brandon. I mean, if Erie or Stephanie Wong or one of these ladies said they were from New York and wanted to hang out. Oh, Stephanie says she's from New York City, but she doesn't hang out with bullies. I'm not a bully. I'm a sweetheart. I'm an angelic little sweetheart, Stephanie. I'm not a bully. I'm an angelic little sweetheart. Even my mother says so. She does. She does. She says how sweet I am and how kind I am. So, Stephanie, what's your age, gender, location, and name? What's your age, gender, location, and name, Stephanie? We got Stephanie Wong in the house. My name is Stephanie, and she doesn't give out that information. Specimen Andy says, I kind of want you to hang out with Stephanie Wong now. I hope so. Brandon says he's 25, female, New York, Rachel. Oh, that's interesting. A lady. Brandon's Rachel. Well, that's cool. We like ladies. Somebody says, did you give up on the Apprentice Dominatrix? I'm waiting for her. I mean, maybe she'll message me again. Somebody says, you got to treat your parents better. And, maybe girls like Stephanie Wong won't be scared off. So I'm still chatting with some women on dating apps. Stephanie wants to know how old am I? I'm 37 years old, Stephanie. How old are you? old are you, Stephanie? Stephanie, she says she's old enough. She's of age. She gave me a winky face, so it looks like Stephanie's interested to an extent. Stephanie's of age. How old are you, Stephanie, if you had to say, roughly? La, 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 la. Roughly old enough. Does that mean she's like 20 years old, roughly? I like women that are petite. Yes. Somebody says Andrew likes petite women. Stephanie says, I guess I'll just tell you, I am 23 years old. Have you experienced a hard existence, Stephanie? Did you grow up in like a foster home? We all talked about how I need a 24-year-old former foster, you know, former orphan. Or did you live a privileged existence with lots of money? So is a foster home a requirement? No, I don't think so. So he says, that's a weird question. That's a weird question. Stephanie, do you want to talk to me on any social media platforms? Sauce says, I'm a beautiful woman, Andrew. I'm going to catfish you. Giant Pink Lover says, don't be so desperate, Andrew. Talk to Will Ribbon on dating apps. Don't be so desperate. Sauce says, LOL, LOL. Mark says, does rejection ever hurt you? Yeah, I think so. I think there's people that have rejected me that have hurt me. But, rejection is a part of life, though, So he says, reject. Yeah. So he says, some maintenance guys don't get rejected nearly as much as I do. Stephanie says, this is interesting. She's going to attend one of my streams in the future. Okay, Stephanie, okay. See you later, Stephanie. Peace out. So he says, crawl back into the pond, you catfish. So he says, did you yell at the gym today? I don't think so, Erie. I don't think I yelled at the gym today. La 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 la. All right, guys. I think I'm going to get going here. Did anybody join my Discord? Christopher says you want me to share my Discord? All right, I'll share my Discord. Christopher joined it. I'll accept you now. Christopher says he's leaving to go for a long walk. All right, see you later, Christopher. I'm about to leave too. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I'm going to hit the old dusty trail.